Welcome to the Real Estate Minute. I'm your host, Christopher Invidiata, and today we're going to be talking about the real estate cycles. When you look back over the last, let's say, 40 years, you realize that every 10 years there's a cycle, and when you look at interest rates in comparison to where pricing is, you'll see a correlation. In the early 80s, interest rates were hovering around 19 to 20%, and prices of real estate were super low. And as the rates started to come down in 88, the prices of real estate started to go up, and investors were realizing that, the affordability factor drove people more to the market. And then in 1989, the interest rates went up again. And so the cycle started all over and properties began to drop. And that's when we brought in, it was called GST at the time. And so those rates increasing caused the market to plummet for the next 6 years. So through the 90s, we were experiencing a declining market all the way to 97. As soon as the rates got affordable or tolerable, the market started again. So as it started to climb up into the year 2000, we started to see the influence of immigration. The supply-demand factor was also a very big variable that today, Canada, I think, is around 400,000 people per year. And in the GTA, we're attracting 160,000 people. And 60,000 of those come into the Halton area. So as we start to see the prices increase because demand was so high, we were experiencing a bullish real estate market. And then we also had the correction in 2009, again, another cycle. Every 10 years, there's a cycle. In 2009, the world had a global financial crisis, which Canada was certainly affected by. Prices did come down. And then in 2011, we saw the prices start to increase again, and the interest rates were dropping and dropping and dropping, as we know. So as of late, people were bidding 10, 20% above the asking price. And during the pandemic, real estate was the go-to haven for a lot of people that just said to themselves, hey, if I'm going to be locked in somewhere, I'd rather be in the country, be somewhere where I can enjoy my life with my family. And so the governments around the world were lowering the interest rates to a point where it was causing huge inflation on the economy, huge inflation on housing. And so what's happened now is the banks have raised the rates. Even though they're still affordable, doubling the rate has caused a lot of the housing prices to start to come down. So what do we see for the future? Probably 2 years from now, when the interest rates are going to come down again, this is what we're hearing, you're going to start to see the prices come back and exceed where they were before, because immigration is now tied into the supply of homes. Know that you're in a cycle. Know that it's every decade. Be prudent. If you're building wealth with your real estate investments, you don't need to sell them to exit. You can refinance when the opportunity arises.